welcome back to Success as a Real Estate Agent. We're going to get back into it. Okay, it says handwritten notes. You might be thinking that handwritten notes are old school, and I understand that may seem outdated in today's instant technology world. The ability to communicate quickly, efficiently, and electronically is so tempting. Most have abandoned the personal touch of a note. I have some reasons for thinking you must seriously consider incorporating handwritten notes into your lead conversion and communication strategy. No one does it. Few people wrote handwritten notes, even back when snail mail and phones were the only strategies for sales communication. Today, even fewer people still use handwritten notes to communicate, say thank you, appreciate, and connect. That is what makes this form of communication so powerful. There is a principle of success that aligns with a handwritten note strategy. Do things others don't. If you follow the herd, you will receive or manifest what most people have in life. Set yourself apart by doing things differently. Mailboxes aren't overflowing, but email boxes are, which is a problem if you're trying to compete for attention via electronic communication. It is hard to get noticed through email in the nosy electronic world. Notes create a personal touch. The electronic world can seem impersonal, and you need to be working to create a relationship. Creating a connection can come from a simple thank you note, a thinking of you note, or an encouraging note. The receiver appreciates your time investment and feels valued. A handwritten note says, I value you so much that I was willing to invest the cost of a stamp, note card, or most importantly, time in a relationship. The note takes the level of trust and connection to new heights. Phone and face-to-face communication. Creating effective communication and persuasion on the phone is more complex than most salespeople think. It's less natural today because many people use texting and social media as their primary communication tools. Many of us are not as naturally skilled at voice and personal communication. Although the method of phone contact is higher up in the persuasion zone, your skills might need improvement. You may have forgotten some of the skills, scripts, and strategies of successful phone-to-phone voice persuasion, or never learned and perfected them in the first place. You may have thought phone calling was dead, or you may hope that's the case because you would rather text, email, or do social media, which carry less personal rejection. The advantage of phone connection is you can inject more of your emotions and tonality and use border word selection. When persuading someone, you need to transfer your energy, enthusiasm, and expertise to them. The lower forms of communication don't have the capacity to communicate energy and enthusiasm as effectively or pervasively as a phone call does. Additionally, text, email, and social media rely on proper interpretation of the message by the receiver. You may be able to think of a time when you've had significant issues because someone has misinterpreted a message. The most effective form of prospecting is the top of the pyramid, face-to-face. This is where you can connect and persuade at a high level of efficiency and effectiveness. The objective. The objective with any prospect in the real estate industry is to gain that face-to-face meeting as quickly as possible. Once you're face-to-face, you can, as the salesperson, position yourself as the expert. Build trust with the prospect. Determine their wants, needs, and desires more completely. And determine service expectations and outcome expectations. The sales ratios of success for one prospect or client rises exponentially, and the odds of you securing compensation for the time, effort, and energy you will invest moves heavily in your favor. Tailoring prospect for the type of client. Real estate agents seek two categories of clients: sellers who became listing clients, and buyers who became real estate purchasers. The following sections provide tips on how to prospect for clients in each group. Prospecting for seller leads. Listing leads come from past clients, those in your sphere of influence. Expired listings. FSBO conversations. Open doors, notices of default, non-owner occupied homes, lead cultivation, and door knocking. But they rarely come between some effort. The tendency when people are sending you referrals is to send you prospective buyers. To find sellers, you have to do some active prospecting and lead generation. Seller referrals don't come naturally. Specifically ask others to share the names of people who need or want to sell real estate. To achieve a greater listing inventory and develop a specialty as a listing agent, cultivate listing prospects by working expired and FSBO listings. Prospecting for buyer leads. Prospecting for buyers is easier than prospecting for sellers, in part because referrals arrive more naturally, and in part because open houses attract prospective buyers and provide you with such a great prospecting platform. Additionally, buyers are more naturally created from your marketing efforts. Because you have listings, buyers will find you. You are marketing what they want, a home or a good deal. Most agents will have far more buyer opportunities than seller opportunities or leads. If you're short on buyer prospects, increase the frequency of your open houses. Due to low inventory of homes for sale, buyers are taking an even more active role in searching for a home. Open house attendee numbers are increasing due to the low inventory. The vast majority of buyers will utilize open houses because they don't have to relieve themselves as buyers and register their contact information. They get to experience the house while remaining stealthily. To build your business quickly, work to generate leads from more fast-time home buyers by planning more open houses in the low range of your marketplace. The benefits of developing first-time buyer prospects include first-time buyers can be sold into homes quickly because they aren't burdened with the need to sell in order to make purchases possible. They lack experience with other real estate agents. They don't have current agent affiliations, nor do they approach a new real estate agent relationship with baggage that may have been acquired for a less than stellar past experience. They acquire strong loyalty when good service is rendered, allowing you to establish a long-term relationship that may span 10 to 15 years and multiple home sales and purchases during that period. They provide you with an opportunity to establish relationships with their friends who are also considering first-time purchases. Understanding the 4 pillars of prospecting. Most salespeople suffer from some form of sales aversion or apprehension. You must push through that negativity. For long-term prospecting success, apply the 4 disciplines discussed in the section that are common to agents who consistently achieve their revenue and quality of life goals. Your goals for prospecting should be set based on your hitting and your goal prospecting. On 4 out of 5 days, it's nearly impossible to be perfect with your prospecting. So accept and plan for 80%. If the goal is 50 conversations a week and the goal breaks down to 13 conversations a day and 4 days a week, set a daily time and place for prospecting. You can't work your prospecting around your day. You have to work your day around your prospecting. You have to establish the habit, engage in the discipline of the prospecting on a daily basis, and form a controlled environment where your prospecting tools are available and readily accessible. Gosh, this is some really good advice. Well, we'll be back another day. Thanks again. Check out my other videos.